Hello and welcome to Moments of Hope. My name is Andy Searles. Thanks for joining in today. My goal over the next few minutes is to tell you a story that will hopefully encourage you and inspire you and give you a little bit of hope as you go about your day. A few months ago, we received a phone call from my credit card company. Now, they don't normally call very often unless they want me to upgrade my plan or something like that. But this was a different kind of call, and it said, "Mr. Searles, we have tracked some unusual spending on your card, and we just want to check it's you." I said, "Okay, fine. What have I bought recently?" And so they said, "Well, have you been to California recently?" Yeah, a few months ago, but not really recently. Interesting. Smelt at this moment that maybe something would be up. She said, "Did you spend $3,000 at Home Depot?" I laughed a little bit. I'm like, "Ma'am, if you know me, it's a dangerous place to be if I'm spending $20 at Home Depot because I'm really not very good at fixing or mending things." She said, "Mr. Searles, and I'm afraid to tell you that we think your identity has been stolen. Your identity has been stolen." And of course, my first thought is, okay, what do we do to fix this? And my credit card company was great in resolving the problem and canceling the charges and doing everything they needed to do so I wasn't out of pocket. But that question, my identity has been stolen, was something that I meditated on, that I chewed on, that I wrestled with for a long time. You see, we live in a world where people are trying to steal our identity. They're trying to define us in ways that don't fit us, trying to push us into boxes. I think I've told the story before about how I was at a soccer game once, and they played the British national anthem and then the American national anthem. And I stood to both of them and just felt schizophrenic because I didn't really know where my identity was until I realized, hey, my identity shouldn't really be in my UK heritage or my present US status. My identity is in heaven. And my national identity was taking the place of my ultimate identity in Christ. One of the ways that our identities are misdefined now is that people are trying to define us by our politics. Are you on this side or that side? Do you like this or this? What do you think about that or this? And in doing that, we're being defined by secondary identities. Yesterday morning on my run, I was running through down the street and past someone's yard, and they had in their yard signs for two candidates who were running against each other in the same race. And I thought to myself, that person who lives there has some kind of identity crisis. They don't know where they are. But maybe, just maybe, that person was making a statement that they don't want to be defined by their political identity, that there is a higher identity that they want to be called to and identified with. Friends, for Christians, for those who follow Christ, our first identity is not in our nationality, it's not in our politics, it's in Christ. And in this world, we have an enemy who likes to and wants to steal our identity. I would encourage you today, as you go about your business, as you do your stuff, as you interact with people, as you connect with your family, to remember that before all the other roles that society puts on you, and before all the identities that this world wants to give you, that you will remember that first of all, primarily, you are a child of God. You are loved. You matter. He counts the number of hairs on your head. He has more thoughts about you than there are grains of sand on the beach. We need to be identified by what matters most to us. And for those who follow Jesus, the invitation of God is for Him to matter most to us because you matter most to Him. Don't let anyone steal your identity. Don't let anyone define your identity. But walk in the identity that in Christ God has so lovingly and graciously given to you. You are His. He loves you most. He loves you first. Let Him define you today. Take care. God bless. I hope you have a fantastic day. Hope you join us on Sunday as we gather to worship, both in person and online. Take care.